Would you be my enemy? It's easier that way. Be my enemy. Hey, if you don't like what you hear, at least get something out of it. What's going on, people? What is going on? I know y'all don't know what the hell I just sung. You ain't supposed to know. This is some K style shit over here. And this is Friday night, which means Friday night madness, where the ignorance and the mad stuff goes on. Now, as we already know, I am your host, the debonair, the fullback, the six man, K Styles, aka
Stizzle.
the Stizzles. And to my left, we got the mad scientist, the enemy of the state, Mad Mike Sports, aka 2/3 of the heavy hitters. Bop, bop, bop. Hey, man. Damn. There's three words that we always start these shows off with, man. Let's go ahead and kick that off, man. Mike, what are those three words we always start off with?
Mad Mike Sports. Nah, that ain't it.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the Mad Mike Sports shirt on? Oh, y'all see that?
Yeah, I got it out of that. Yeah, man. It's the real roll
call. We ain't gonna get past the fact of that merchandising, man. You need to go ahead and plug that right quick before we get to the roll call.
So I did that real slick, did it?
Mm-hmm. You ain't slick, fool. Go and plug that shirt right quick, man.
Hey, man, we got a lot of stuff coming, man. TJ, like I said, we're working on a lot of stuff. TJ got his stuff on. Call on Tyrone. We got a lot of stuff coming. So this is the reason why. Obviously, we want you guys to subscribe to the channel because a lot of your quotes, a lot of the quotes that we're gonna have, even the thing that we find interesting that you guys put in the comment section. We always looking for stuff to put on the shirt and quotes and stuff. Y'all know how we do it, man. Look, run the damn ball. Like how many damn quotes we got? Sit your goofy ass down. Like that's gonna be the new shirt right there. The sit your goofy ass down shirt. Hey, that's coming next. So we got a lot of stuff coming, bro.
We just gotta find the right picture to put on. Oh, I got the perfect picture. We'll talk about that right after the show.
I wish I could get Randy Orton. I'm gonna stalk him. I'm gonna stalk Randy Orton. I'm gonna stalk him on Twitter, on Instagram,
right?
So he can get a pose. Just do a pose with my T-shirt on. That'll be cool. That right there, that'll be legit right there. But
boy, that shit get me nothing. But that shit get your ass about 15,000 subscribers there already.
You know.
But today's roll call we're gonna go into outside of that little babble we just had, man. Today's roll call we're gonna go ahead and start this off with YMOF Jamal. We got Joseph Thornton. We got Bobby Boy Zone 3. We got Aunt J. And I don't know if y'all follow any one of us on Twitter, whether it be LaTravis or LT as y'all know him as, Mad Mike Sports, your boy 6-Man K Styles. We did do a space earlier on the states of Atlanta Falcons, and Aunt Jay was part of that as well. So definitely shouts out to him as well.
Yes, sir.
So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and catch that. We got Nathan Floyd in here. We got ATL Leo. We got Gabriel Lombro, Ray Fitty, James Obleton. We got Derek Low Ski, Mactown Falcon fan, Jonta Rozier. Got Jamarius 58, Bubba Gump, Amvon, Pat Norris. We got D Coleman. We got Markeith Miller, J Dog, Jack Savage, and Prince Kill 89, man. Hey, we definitely appreciate y'all joining in. Hey, we did the roll call before the 5 minute mark, so we
Hey,
we good.
dang, bro,
We
getting
good.
better
We
with this.
good. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Look, we already getting look. This is what Bubblegum said. Get a picture of each of y'all with y'all names underneath: minister, mad scientist, and the six man. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we got some stuff coming, boys. So don't worry about that. We're gonna get that coming, and that's why we always say, help your boy. Like I said, help your boy get to that 1K mark, so we can definitely
Oh
get
yeah, but
things
we
cracking
almost
over
there,
here. We almost
man.
there, but Mike, man, what do we have planned for the people tonight? There's something you want to go ahead and start the
Yeah,
show off with?
let's get into that. Obviously we did a poll. If you didn't know, now you know.
Now you
Um, this is the poll. All right, so I asked people who is the favorite to be the starting running back for Falcons, and surprisingly, I'm actually surprised by this. I really
know.
am. Tyler Algier. I hope I'm saying the name right. Was first, Cordarrelle Patterson second, Damian Williams third, and Quadri Olison second. Um, this is interesting for me for the simple fact, like me personally, I don't want either of the top guys in the starter. The reason being is Cordarrelle Patterson for me. I think he's the guy for us that has to be the tone setter. Um, I like use him in goal line situations when you need a big play. Every once I'll put it up again, but every once in a while, um, you know, carry the ball for the most part, get in the red zone because he get in the red zone. I don't know what it is about him in the red zone, but he knows how to find the end zone. So I need him in the red zone. I need him, occasional toss sweep, put him in a slot so he can, run those drag routes and use his athleticism to kind of stretch the defense a little bit. So for me personally, I don't want uh, Cordarrelle Patterson being the starting running back. So Tyler Algier, I believe I have to see his pass protection in preseason before I jump to the conclusion. But my personal favorite to be the starter, it has to be Damian Williams. For me personally, I believe when you look at him and him playing for the Chiefs, man, this guy he's a well-rounded back. And me personally, I would personally have him starting. Now that doesn't mean that he's going to get majority of the carries, but I would like him to be the starting running back for the Falcons. So what do you think, K-Star?
Oh man. Oh man.
You want to put it
That's a
back up?
damn. That's a no. You good? I kind of got the list right there. Now, I'm gonna say something about that list. Um, Me personally, I do not need Cordarrelle Patterson in my backfield. To be honest with
Mm,
you, not saying that he can't get no touches out the backfield, but I wouldn't want to put him in a position where he's running the rock 9, 10 times a game. Because we have to remember he's a older runner. He's the oldest out of all of them,
mm-hmm.
and he doesn't need to be taking those necessary hits. Them hits that y'all saw later on the season kind of took a toll on him. I would rather see Cordarrelle Patterson as a starting wide receiver for this team. But if you look at the other three running backs, I can kind of see Quadri. I could see Quadri Olson being the starter only because he has more of the experience as far as this system. Um, will it mean, like I said, will it mean that, like you said about Damon Williams, will it means that he's going to get majority of the carries? No, I know we saw at Tennessee, we see with Derrick Henry in Tennessee is the bell cow back and stuff like that. In reality, in order to preserve these running backs for the whole season grind, it's just you're just gonna have to give all three the other three running backs carries in the game, whether it be okay, you give Quadri Olsen 12 carries here, you give Damian Williams 9 carries here, you might give Algier maybe 6 carries here, you may do Cordarrelle Patterson 2 carries here. Kind of split it up to where okay, you're not putting a physical toll on these running backs. But out of this list, Quadri Olsen because he has the most experience in this system compared to everybody else. Well, nah, because Cordarrelle Patterson got the most experience out of it, but like I said, I don't need him taking no major snaps at running back. He needs to be wide receiver number 2.
Yeah, he he has to be what Debo Samuel was for us. Like, and we don't need him, especially the grind of the season begins around week 8. That's when it really starts. So I don't need him in the first 7-8 games having 200 carries, 200 carries and 40 receptions. I don't need that from him. Like he's a great player, but again, he's 32, 33 years old. I don't think he's anywhere near retiring. Personally, I think he got a good 4 or 5 years left. Um, um, but like you said before, I just don't want him to be the person that carries the running game. And you chose Cordarrelle Patterson. I said Damian Williams. You can't go wrong with either one of those guys. Like
Right.
if I would just say, all right, if I was forced to say a guy that I really want to be the star out of this entire uh, roster of backs, I would probably say Cordarrelle Patterson because he has the build, he has the athleticism, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, he has that explosive ability to take. Like just look at his college tape. This dude, he's very explosive. So if he gets the offense down and he finds his stride and finds his confidence, like he could be a big time player in this game. But it starts with him finding his group because one thing that kind of slowed him down towards the end of last year is that fumble. When he fumbled that one time, you kind of see his confidence going down on just a bit. And Arthur was like, all right, the only reason why he gave him another chance is because, let's be honest, Mike Davis, he fumbled the ball even more. So, hey, he probably going to thank Mike Davis for still having a chance because, yeah, Mike Davis was pretty bad down the stretch, man. And I personally believe that he still probably would have had a chance. But, yeah, that probably saved his career here in Atlanta. That Mike Davis played so bad.
Right. Cause let me give y'all some numbers. Let me give y'all some numbers here. And as y'all see in the reflection of my glasses that I'm looking at some stuff here. Your boy Cordarrelle Patterson had 153 rushes for 618 yards. Yeah.
His natural position is wide receiver, not running back. That's not good at all.
Right. Right. Like you said, and with the 52 receptions for 548 yards, he had combined 205 touches for 1,166 yards. And 205 of those touches was him running the ball, getting hit by defensive linemen and linebackers. For a 31-year-old wide receiver, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like Mike said before, let the young guys get the care. Let the young guys get the carries, Let the old let the veteran slash him. That's what Cordarrelle Patterson has to do. He has to be kind of like the slash. He's got to be the X factor because that's what his position is. He's an X factor. He's a ball player. I don't need my one of my starting wide receivers leading the team in carries and yards.
Not good at all. I'm on the other hand, it does say that Arthur Smith is a very good play caller, and he's one of those guys that notices talent, and once he figures out what a guy can do, he's gonna put those guys in position to do it. Because what people don't realize also, during last season is that even though we had Russ, Russell Gage catching a lot of passes, they split Cordarrelle Patterson out a lot to help take that pressure off of Russell Gage and Kyle Pitts. So he was used as a dude he was just doing too much last year. Like even towards the end of the year, like he was actually returning kicks back also. So now he was running back, he was a wide receiver, and he was a return man, all in 1 year. This one person had all those duties. That's not good at all. I don't remember seeing Julio Jones playing running back, fullback, wide receiver, tight end.
And safety.
And
don't forget safety.
Yeah, he played safety for a minute, so he did two things. But yeah, this man had about 3-4 responsibilities in Cordarrelle Patterson. So like, I don't want him doing that type of stuff at the age. Yeah, you get over 30, man. Like I said, even though that I believe that he can take that, let them young guys do that.
Mm-hmm. And then like I seen somebody said here, let me see, where was it? Said Tyler Algier was low key Edo Smith 2.0. No, hell no. Oh no. Devontae said it best. He's basically Michael Turner.
Yeah, we looked at the numbers on that. He's Michael Turner.
He's basically he's Michael Turner. He's just not the burner, but his running style is kind of the same. Because he is essentially what they call a bowling ball back. I know a lot of y'all probably y'all heard of running back running like bowling balls. That's why I call them bowling ball backs. They just run your ass over like some pins, bro, and they play hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Mike said, Algier can be the tone setter, and Quadri Olsen, he's bigger than Algier, but he's more of a balanced running back as far as not being overly powerful, but he's shifty enough. Because if you look at the dynamics of this backfield that we have, you have the power in Algier, you have the balance in Olsen, and then you have the experience and the third down capabilities of Damon Williams. And you have the X factor in Cordarrelle Patterson, which you use every now and then. So it's a whole bunch of different pieces that can be used at any time during the game, any situation. It's going to be up to the defense to find out, okay, what are they doing now? And here, Josh Gill said Algier is a legit 220. Edo was 170 soaking wet.
What is a 50-pound difference?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how they how these guys are gonna be used. I'm very intrigued. And like you said, mixed with the mobility threat of a Mariota and or Desmond Ritter, kind of adds to that dynamic as well. What you feel about that, Mike?
As far as what Edo Smith.
Nah. We already know Edo Smith was we he wasn't worth a damn on the field because he didn't really he was hurt all the damn time, so he didn't really get to see much of him.
Yeah, that too.
But I'm just talking about as far as the dynamics of what this backfield can bring.
I think the guy to really focus on in his backfield is really Olsen. But this team can be very dangerous if he just gets it because he's a Derrick Henry type of back. Once he gets started, once he gets going, like he can literally take it to the house. Like he has that type of speed, and we know he has the size and the toughness, the physicality that it takes for to run the ball. Because he was running through guys last year. When he got a chance, he was running through guys and he scored a touchdown. So he's capable of being that. But like if he gets it, man, it's gonna be tough to try to tackle not only Quadri Olsen, but Cordarrelle Patterson is a big human being himself. So now you're going to be focused on trying to tackle Quadri Olsen, Cordarrelle Patterson, who had the speed, the breakaway speed, and then you got Algier, that's a bowling ball in itself, and then you got the experience of a Damian Williams, so you can put him in important situations, them third and threes, them second and three, just to pick up those first downs to keep the clock turning. If Quadri Olsen figures it out, this team could be it could really have a balance with the passing game because we know the passing game is going to be the short intermediate routes, run after the catch, and keep like I said, we know looking at Arthur how he calls his plays. He called plays to continuously get those first downs. That's and keep the clock churning. He's a lot like Bill Belichick and how offensive coordinator for the Raiders, or the head coach for the Raiders now. What's his name?
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. They like to just call plays to keep getting first downs and keep the ball out, keep the defense off the field. So you get that, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to stop those guys.
Hey man, before we keep on going, man, we're going to send a celebratory happy birthday to Sean, the RC mechanic.
Oh wow, really?
He said 17th birthday today, man. Damn. Hey man. Damn. That's what I was looking like. Damn, 17, boy.
That's an intelligent young dude, bro. God, wait.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
I was 17 in 2004. Good God.
Yeah, bro. Whew.
But hey, man, happy birthday, Sean, man.
May
you have a
good day, 17. Man. I thought he was older than that, man. You got a good head on your shoulder. I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, he might be one of them OG minded 17-year-olds. You know, there's a few of them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got some OG motherfuckers that's 10 years old minded out here. So.
We know. Oh, trust
exactly. But yeah, happy birthday, man. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed your day and stuff like that. Hey, hey, also, I wanted to ask everybody, how is it? Did everybody have a good day today so far before the show? Like I said, y'all let us know, man. And like I said, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Let's see. Let's see what else. Do we got, like I said, do we got any other things that you got on your mind, Mike, outside of the backfield? Is there anything particular that happened Falcon wise that make you think like, hmm, that's very interesting?
Uh, I would have to say the mobility for the Falcons quarterbacks is going to be a huge asset for this team and opening up the running game and opening up that short passing game because now we saw that. Um, let, I hate to say this. I really do hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I mean, if that midget Stetson Bennett can run, open up the running game for Georgia, and then you got Brock Bowers, those guys with the short end. Like you couldn't like that was one of the reasons why he stayed with Stetson is because he didn't allow those linebackers to focus on Brock Bowers. Like Brock, he's obviously in my opinion he's gonna be a first. Like I think he's gonna be the first overall pick. I think he have that talent. Everybody talking about everybody else, but I think Brock when he's when he ready to come out, that dude's gonna be number one pick. He has that much talent. I think he's more talented than Kyle Pitts. This is my opinion. That dude is a monster. Like I've seen this dude take a slant to the house. K Styles, I know you remember that too. He took that damn slant, and I ain't never seen a guy that big. I ain't never seen a guy that big move that fast so quickly. That dude's gonna be a problem. So the reason why I say that is because when you got a guy like Kyle Pitts and you got a Drake London, and then you got to throw Ferguson in there also, who's another tight end. It's going to open up so much of the middle of the field now, and it's going to hold those linebackers from coming on them double A blitz and B blitzes. They used to do a lot, especially against Matt Hennessy and Mayfield. You're not going to be able to do that type of stuff anymore because you're going to have to think twice because if I blitz, that's going to leave Kyle Pitts, Drake, Ferguson, and quite possibly a guy like Cordarrelle Patterson coming out of the backfield on those circle routes. It's going to open up. So if you end up trying to focus on them, guess what? You got a guy in Desmond Ridder who runs a 4.49, and then you got Mariota who's not far behind him as far as his mobility. So it's going to be a lot more scary than people think it is, that people giving them credit. And we've already, if this man is willing to call an option read with Matt Ryan at the age 37, you think he's going to hesitate? You think he's going to hesitate to call those teams? Yeah, he about to have some fun, bro. I'm telling y'all, that man about to have some fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just they read option with Matt Ryan. Like he said, God bless Matt Ryan's heart. God bless his heart, boy. God bless his heart.
He about to have fun. Arthur about to have fun with Ridder and Mariota. I'm telling y'all, bro. The Falcons' offense is going to be much more exciting than what we realize. One thing I know you remember when we was at the game. One thing happened the whole game that got people off their feet. Do you remember that?
Does it involve a certain quarterback?
Yep. It got people off their feet.
That ran the ball on a scramble.
Oh, the scramble.
That everybody in the stadium bust nuts in when they saw it.
Bro, they went absolutely berserk when they saw that. So if this man knows
Felipe Franks became the MVP of the Falcons with that one run in that preseason
that one
game.
run. That's it.
We got our ass whooped that game. They was like, oh, but did you see
But we
Felipe
remember
run the
that
ball?
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, but yeah, like you said, it's like it's just having that dynamic again. But the
Mm-hmm.
biggest difference between the dynamic of Michael Vick running here in Atlanta compared to what we have now is now we have the advantage of balance. It's not that okay, not only these guys can run, but they're consistent in their throwing ability.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you put that RPO in, that run pass option in, you know these guys are capable of hitting that slant route.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are capable of hitting those short routes, even if it might be like a little short dig or it might be
Mm-hmm.
a swing outside screen, whatever. The capability of them hitting those wide receivers in stride with the ability to run as a option is going to make linebackers think.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, everybody in the chat saying I fell victim to it, seeing him run and stuff too. And like I said, that's that and there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, you want to see something, but the thing about it is that's just one run. And this is why we always have the problem, and I always call it the black and mild backwoods portion of the Atlanta Falcon fan base is because we put 98% of stock in the fact that this guy can run, but then put the 2% on can he actually play the position.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all know, you can run the ball, but if you can't play quarterback, then that's where the inconsistencies are going to show. Let me see. And Hucklebuck here said, I want to see the physicality come through on the field.
Ooh. That's one hell of a name, though, Hucklebuck. Hucklebuck.
I almost said Huckleberry Finn there for a second. But I was thinking of Huckleberry Finn. Devontae, he said, I believe in Debo and Troy Anderson. And that's another aspect of the game that we kind of need to talk about is this. And we said it in the space earlier about the whole N'Kobe Dean versus Troy Anderson pick that got all of Atlanta. I ain't gonna say all of Atlanta, but majority of Atlanta thong up their ass because it's like, why would you pick the Montana State linebacker over the established linebacker that played on a dominant defense in college? And we made the emphasis of, yes, it was a dominant defense in Georgia, but have we ever seen these guys play without each other? Because I made the example of, look at the 2004 Miami Hurricanes, where you had Vince Wilfork, you had Jonathan Vilma, DJ Williams, Sean Taylor, Devin Hester. Used to I was gonna say Jerome McDougal, but that was before then. But like when you have a lot of these defensive guys that are like real good defensive guys, can they play well without each other?
Mm-hmm.
Because you ain't trying to get that all five, six of these guys ain't gonna play on the same defense in the NFL. Right. Unless you talking about Pro Bowls. And,
go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, and everybody keep talking about Debo is going to be the guy gone, but we still don't know what we getting in Rashawn Evans. We don't know what we getting in Michael Walker. Michael Walker never was a starter. The only guy there with proven that is proven is Debo. Maybe Rashawn Evans was the guy that they was bringing in to mentor Troy Anderson, or a guy like Michael Walker. And Troy Anderson and Mike Walker is supposed to be the guys that fight out for that role next to Debo, rather than vice versa. A lot of people thinking, all right, Debo come in and we automatically gonna get rid of him. I mean, as we know, this is the NFL. Anything is the case, but like those three guys are literally fighting for a position to kick Debo off this team. That's what they're doing. They're fighting for. So is it possible that Debo will, you know, be gone? Of course, it's possible. None of the NFL is guaranteed. As we've seen, like Russ Wilson was traded, Matt Ryan was traded. I don't know how many, like Tom Brady is in Tampa Bay. Who the hell saw that? So anything in the NFL is possible. But Troy Anderson, Rashawn Evans, and Mike Walker are auditioning for a position to possibly see what happens to Debo. What happens to those three guys, Troy Anderson, Rashawn Evans, Mike Walker, they're going to determine the fate whether Deion goes or he stays.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because this is why, and then this is the one advantage that this Atlanta Falcon team have right now is this is a young team. That's the one thing we're not really taking into consideration. This is a young team.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace Smith here said I had a chance to look at undrafted free agents yet because he likes Tim Horn and Tayshaun James.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mike said Brad, what is it? Brad, I was gonna say Haskins for a second, but what's it? The safety out of Michigan? Yeah, Brad Hawkins. He said Brad Hawkins. I was about to say, hey, I was like, where the hell is Haskins coming from?
His teammate. That's what you think.
Right. Hassan Haskins. I was like, okay, yeah. And then you have like the other one that I really want to pay attention to is Kawoni Dang. That's the one I'm really gonna be paying attention to right here. I gotta watch that a little bit later. But yeah, we kind of gave like the undrafted free agents that we were looking at, and mine was Seth Vernon, old big leg ass punter that we got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Deion Jones. Like I said, I'm not quick to write off Deion Jones yet because you still need more experience at that linebacker position. Because outside of Deion Jones and Rashad Evans, who do you have? Who do you have as experience?
DMP has to have experienced guys. His system always calls for it.
Right. And then, like I say, even if they do decide to move on from Deion after this season, you still got him here to help mentor and bring along. This is what we talked about with the Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis thing. You mentor the guys that's under you. So if anything happens, you did your due diligence, and now you can, as the coaches would say, okay, now I have confidence in these young guys to come in and do the damn thing because they learned from somebody that was an all-pro linebacker, that was a Pro Bowler, that led this league in interceptions for linebackers, who literally a pick six away from breaking the all-time pick six record.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a playmaker. He still can be a playmaker. But the one thing
that he had one last year. He almost had a pick six last year. Yeah, I think he dropped it. It hit his hand and he dropped it.
Right. Right. See, but the issue is with Deion Jones, and this is why I was also kind of like against N'Kobe Dean being down here, is why would you want a linebacker who is built the exact same way as the linebacker that you want to get rid of?
He's smaller than Deion. He's smaller than Deion. Deion is a lot bigger than people realize.
Right. Well, it's about 6 foot 225. I think N'Kobe
Mm-hmm.
Dean is like 5'11",
11.
218.
Mm-hmm. They're not the same.
Right.
We are not alike.
Exactly. So like I said, you just gotta like I said, you let Debo redeem himself this year. You give him you give pass rushers.
Ooh,
You have
coach.
the opportunity. You have the opportunity to let the defensive line hold the wall up, and then you will truly see what Debo is about.
Mm-hmm.
You put a defensive front that's capable of wreaking havoc in front of him and let him play his natural position of a rover linebacker, then
Mm-hmm.
you will see Debo again. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is with Debo is he had to play the thumper role, which is not something that you want him doing.
Mm-mm.
Because we talk about Fourier. Even though Fourier is 6'2", he was only 215, 220, so he wasn't exactly the biggest linebacker neither. Like I said, Deion Jones hasn't fallen off.
Yeah, there's no statistical evidence of that. There's no
He hasn't.
film evidence of that.
He did the dirty work so Fourier can shine. If you really watch the film, he did the dirty work for Fourier to shine.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean he had a terrible season. That just means one person just one other person just shined. I
Like
know.
I said, people keep remember. They only remember two things about Deion Jones the whole year, and they cannot get it out of their head. Is the missed tackle against Washington and him having 17 missed tackles. And again, if we look at all other linebackers, they in double digits in missed tackles too. But for whatever reason, they only focus on Deion Jones and his missed tackles. It baffles me. There's literally
Now,
no statistical evidence to say that Deion Jones has lost it. I've already did the math on it. No evidence statistically to say that he's lost anything.
yeah, the real reason why is because he reminds people of 28-3.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
really that's the underlying reason why. When they see Deion, when they see Grady, they think 28-3.
Mm-hmm.
They think of that Super Bowl because those are the last two guys that is remaining on that team. Well, two of the last three. You know, they want to get rid of Jay Matthews too. So really at the end of the day, um, and if you actually looked at it, Fourier didn't play that great neither. If you if everybody that uses the PFF grade, and I know a lot of people like to use the PFF grade. I don't give a damn about neither one of them, but I always hear PFF kind of being like a talking point on who did good and who did bad and such and such and such. I looked up the PFF grade for the Atlanta Falcons. It is graded from 0 to 100. Even though people say Fourier had a better season than Deion, by PFF standards, Fourier got an F. Now, like I said, it's not reliable to me because I don't use PFF for shit. The only thing I saw that's useful for PFF if you trying to buy Madden cards for Madden.
Right.
The PFF Madden cards. That's the only thing that's reliable about PFF.
PFF have come out and said that their system is flawed and they're still trying to correct it. This is what they've stated.
Right. So when I look at it, Deion could have made some more plays. He could have made a couple more plays, but it wasn't as bad as everybody thought. He didn't have the pick sixes. He didn't have the interceptions. But he was second on this team in sacks the last 2 years.
Second. First in tackle for losses. He didn't have time to cover guys because he was steady blitzing.
He had no choice. You wasn't getting no pressure with your front four. You wasn't getting pressure with your blitz packages. So you had to get your best cover linebacker to literally play the thumper role. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that. That's like me. That's like me being a fullback. And now you telling me to go outside and play corner. Really? So I'm going.
Hey, Patrick DeMarco, go out there and check Jerry Rice.
Exactly.
Go guard Tony Gonzalez. Go fullback. Go guard Tony Gonzalez. See what you can do.
So let me ask people a question here. Would you put Steven Means to guard Tyreek Hill? I'm waiting for some answers here. Would you have made Steven Means cover Tyreek Hill?
Because I saw there were instances where Deion was guarding literally the biggest tight end. And a wide receiver on top of that too. Deion was covering tight ends, he was covering running backs, he was covering wide receivers. Deion was covering everybody.
Yeah.
And let me say this. Go ahead. No.
No, because I was about to say the reason why I say that too is why would you have your best cover linebacker playing as a thumper linebacker? A guy that's good in space is essentially rushing the line of scrimmage, taking on blockers. Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I would say this because one thing we got to realize is that when you don't like Dean Pease, if everybody talking about he like bigger guys, well, Dean Pease ain't never had a Deion Jones. Okay, he ain't never had a Deion Jones. Well, he had a guy that was similar to Deion Jones, and that's what Ray Lewis. Well, Ray Lewis ain't coming back through that draft. Ray Lewis ain't coming back to the NFL. And chances are there will never be another Deion Jones. So when we talk about, well, Dean Pease like bigger players, that's all he's had was bigger guys. because they ain't Ray Lewis and they ain't Deion Jones. So when we talk about that's already a negative on Deion because he's never like Dean Pease has never had that. Well, he ain't never had a Deion Jones. It's NFL players, it's NFL coaches now who's never had a Deion Jones on their defense who would love to have a Deion Jones. They waiting for the Falcons to cut Deion or trade him. Why? Because he's that good. So when we talk about people who's like, oh, he don't fit the scheme. I heard the same ignorant shit about Grady Jarrett. Oh, Grady Jarrett don't fit the scheme. Huh? So why he just got a $3 million, a 3-year, $51 million extension for a guy who don't fit the scheme?
Right.
And these are the content creators who was telling you guys this. Most of these guys. But these guys here, the Unholy Alliance, we've been telling y'all. It ain't nothing wrong with Grady. He fits the scheme perfectly. He is a scheme. He's a scheme breaker, as is a Aaron Donald. Those guys are scheme breakers because you can put them up anywhere and they're going to get the job done. Those players don't come around a lot. So this is the reason why we keep telling people, stop listening to all these people who like don't look at when Dean Pease says something. I look. This is I'm gonna give y'all some homework. I'm about to get some K-Styles homework. Okay, go back, and I want everybody to do this. Go back and look at the Atlanta Falcons YouTube channel, and look at the press conferences last year of Dean Pease. Just listen to as many Dean Pease press conferences that you can, interviews, press conferences, and see what he's saying. He's saying the exact same things over and over again. We need guys to get more pressure, and I need smart, intelligent guys. He never once mentioned anything about size.
Yeah. And Kenji Davis here said they may have done that last year because they didn't have a choice. Who else was going to play the thumper? Because if you look at a lot of what Dean Pease likes to do defensively, especially in his schemes, there's a reason why it's always two linebackers. You always got the linebacker that flows and the linebacker that takes the blows. One that flows, one that takes blows. See, y'all didn't think you didn't think we was gonna come up with that, did you? You gotta have one. You gotta have one that flows and one that takes blows. And for Atlanta Falcons fans who grew up with the Wade Phillips defense, you've always had one that flowed and one that took blows. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Keith Brookin, Chris Draft. With Ray Lewis, you had him. He was the one that flew. Then you had guys like Ed Hartwell that took the blows. If you look at the New England Patriots, you had Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel, Roman Pfeiffer.
Yep.
One that flows, the other one that take blows. And the one thing that all those defenses had in common was you had a wall that protected the flow guy from getting hit by offensive linemen. So once you establish that wall up in front or get some guys that's capable of keeping them linebackers clean, see, now the linebacker could flow in all four directions. Now, we talk about Deion was getting ran on against Philadelphia. I saw the comment earlier. I want y'all to kind of go back and look at that game against the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
Because that was a particular game where Foyer was they were running at him. And
Yeah.
David Breland here, this is the good point right here. You had two that flow, no thumper. One of them had to be the thumper, and it was unfortunately it was the one that was your best cover guy. So
Most
this is why Deion didn't have that year like the interceptions, the pick sixes, and the forced fumbles and stuff like that.
one, you got to be smart to be a thumper. You can't be a dumb thumper.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the reason why Dion was that. He's smarter than Fourier. He was the more experienced than Fourier.
Hmm.
You can't be a dumb thumper. You just run into the first thing you see. You got to understand, like, this is the trouble guy. If I hit this guy, then Dion can hit those gaps a lot faster and a lot cleaner. So you got to
Right.
have smart thumpers. This is why you got guys that come back and they're valuable in certain defenses like Bart Scott, like Rashawn Evans for us right now. If you look at Green Bay and Devondre Campbell, the reason why he's an All Pro is because he's a thumper. They're not asking him to do nothing but thump. Be smart. Take out this guy so all our linebackers and our safeties can flow free. So you gotta have smart thumpers. So if you don't have that, your guys can't run free. So like I said, everybody talk about 4 years of Harvard guy, but yeah, but he's not experienced. Yeah, guy, he's not that, but like he's not experienced on the field. It was I remember I got and I put this out last year too. I put this out last year. I put that it was actually on Twitter when I told people it was like, look, this man literally teaching for you on the field. And people said, "Oh, that's what veterans supposed to do." Not every veteran is smart. Okay, not every veteran is smart. Not every veteran understands the game like a Teddy Bruschi, like a Jesse Tuggle. Like if you go back and look at that '98 team with Jesse Tuggle, do you guys know who the thumper was? It was two guys over the thumpers. Daryl Talley and Cornelius Bennett. They allowed Jesse Tuggle to run around and hit people. That's why he has one of the most hot. Like I think he's like top five in all time tackles at linebackers because those guys were they allowed him to go around and do his job by thumping. The same thing with Ray Lewis. He had those big guys up front, and then he had guys like Ed Hartwell, Johnson, and those guys to sit up there and allow him to flow freely. And that's what Dion did for a 4 year Olakun. Anybody ever thought to themselves, why the hell do we have 4 year Olakun with the highest tackle at middle linebacker? And we got the smaller guy and Deion Jones hitting the tight ends. Like you ever think of that to yourself? Why is the smaller guy is the thumper and the bigger guy isn't? 4 years is obviously the bigger guy, so he should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody takes the time out to think about these things. They just say, "Oh, 4 years better because he had more tackles." Dion didn't have the highest total tackle, so 4 years better. No, Dion should have been that middle linebacker, but because Fourier isn't as experienced as Dion, he was like, "I trust Dion to get this guy away so we can get Fourier in the backfield." Just saying.
And I got a number for y'all here. It said the Atlanta Falcons only blitzed 25%, 25.3% of the time. But they set their corners on more blitz than any other team in the league. What does that
Mm,
tell you? That you have no pass rush whatsoever.
yes. mm. That also tell you another thing too. The Isaiah Oliver is a lot more. They missed the hell out
Valuable.
of Isaiah Oliver than what they thought they would.
Mm-hmm.
But they sent a
Yeah,
lot of corners. They sent a lot of corners last year.
because a lot of people don't know before Isaiah Oliver actually got hurt, if you took away the points per game that the defense gave up, that was based on penalties and unfortunate turnovers, they was on the verge of actually being near the top 10 as far as defense goes. But
Mm-hmm.
as soon as Isaiah Oliver went down,
Mm.
it went downhill because Isaiah Oliver was the edge setter that Ogundeji is learning to be, what Dante Fowler can't be, and what Stephen Mings damn sure ain't.
He's not a good edge setter.
So, so yeah, yeah. Isaiah Oliver was the catalyst for this defense as far as where they wanted to go. Um, against the run, against the pass. He went down. They didn't know what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
They had to plug and play guys in that position. You had to play rookies into that position. Darren Hall did his thing in
Paul,
that position.
Avery Williams, like, yeah, they
And
wasn't ready for that position.
mm-hmm, and Wallace Smith here said it right here. He said, "Well, Oliver getting hurt, what DMPs wanted to do with the defense and going deeper in his play call. Yeah, there were certain things that he couldn't call.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could put Deion Jones as that outside linebacker in that alignment and let him flow because you have Isaiah Oliver who can set the edge. I mean, you're not
Mm-hmm.
asking him to get you 10 sacks a season or nothing like that, but you want him to set that edge to where, okay, now you bringing the run plays back into the line.
He likes to switch his edges. Like if you go back and watch the game, he likes to switch the edge.
Mm-hmm.
For example, switching the edge and put most of the time it's on the left side of the defense, right side of the offense. If you go back and look, he would either send a safety or it's always that safety, the strong safety. And what the strong safety does, what he like DMPs like to do. He actually has two strong safeties in the defense. The slot corner acts as a strong safety. So sometimes what he would do, he would either switch with Isaiah Oliver and he will become the strong safety, and that strong safety will come down and be the slot guy. Or what he would do, he would again push Isaiah Oliver back into that strong safety. Put the he will send the strong safety to the sideline, and then he will bring that corner on a blitz. Oftentimes we've seen AJ Terrell come on and blitz, so he likes to continuously switch his edges, whether it's the strong safety, the slot corner, and the corner, and he loves to continuously switch it, and it causes confusion with the offensive line because you don't know if the safety is the edge, you don't know if the corner is the edge, or if you don't know if the outside corner is the edge. He loves to switch those edges.
Right. And David Breland said, "Yeah, Malone is now 258." Yeah, I mean that
Mm-hmm.
was the one thing D'Angelo Malone said he was gonna do was he was gonna try to put some weight on real quick
Mm-hmm.
because that he did. He went into the Senior Bowl at about 245 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, but the thing is, um, His game, D'Angelo Malone game. This is why I say D'Angelo Malone might end up being a gem in this draft
I
class
love that dude. I
because
love him.
he's already got the established pass rush moves. He got the hand placement. He can use the dip. He can fight off the hands. Like you said, he just needed to get a little bit bigger so he can get used to that physicality. See, AK-47, Ibukite, he doesn't have the greatest pass rush moves, but what he does have is the bull rush, and he knows how to use his hands to get the motherfuckers off of him.
Yeah.
So athletically, Arnold and Ibukite is it explosive. They like both of these guys are explosive as hell. Malone just has a more established pass rush arsenal. And the one thing too, and as well with Troy Anderson, is they got the stamp of approval from Chuck Smith. That's all I need to know right there.
Yep.
If Chuck Smith already give him the seal of approval and he's working with Aaron Donald every year, that's all I need to know right there.
So, you know how to rush with a plan. You're not just out there running crazy.
Because now what's going to end up happening is the role that Stephen Means played is going to go to Ogundeji.
Yep.
Ogundeji is going to play that Stephen Means role. But the biggest difference with Ogundeji is he makes plays out there when he can. Watching Stephen Means out there is like watching an episode of it's like watching Mortal Kombat Annihilation when you watch Stephen Means out there. This is the beginning of the end. Show them the way to oblivion. I'm like, boy, this movie was oblivious to my motherfucking childhood.
Boy, it ain't no. It's like, man, it's a clown show. Cheerleading.
Exactly. Now Stephen Means is like playing Mortal Kombat 1 and all you see is the Shaolin monks clapping. That's all that is. But let me see. We got about 45 more minutes. Mike, what do you think? You think we should let some folks come on, man?
We can do that.
Come on. We let some folks. All right, now, so since this is Friday Night Madness, and you already know what we got going on. Somebody said Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a classic. According to everybody else, they think that movie was hot doo-doo. That movie sucked, but I used to watch it all the time because it was just
I watch goofy shit all the time.
I watched it because I decided, because I don't care what nobody say, the Mortal Kombat movie soundtracks was the fire shit I ever heard back in the 90s. The 90s was all about that house techno shit, and Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat movies had that shit down pat.
Trust me, I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly.
But them techno got me give you and well, they want to get you hyped up.
Exactly. How did Motoro get killed by a butterfly kick from Jax? What the hell kind of shit is that?
Oh my god.
They kicked Barack off the cage. They used the same screenshot as Rain getting kicked off the damn. How the fucking Tyler talk about the hemisphere and the Earth's core? That bitch ain't even from Earth. How the hell she know about that shit?
It didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense whatsoever.
He said, "Pretty cool, huh? It's my animality." I'm like, really? Shao Kahn has an animality now. He's a Hydra now.
And they never explained any of it. It was just all right. He can do that.
Raiden and Shao Kahn are brothers now. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, y'all get that goof ass shit up out of here.
No,
All right. Let me see where it show up. Okay, so we got the links in the stream for y'all. Like I said, y'all want to come on and give y'all takes on how y'all feel about the draft and what you think the state of the Falcons are going to be. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit the links.
yeah, we're
Give
gonna
us
try
your
to keep
takes.
it like 140, an hour and 45. So we got about 30 minutes.
We got about 30 more minutes, so we're gonna keep it about 30 minutes. 30 more minutes of all right, look, we
Oh
already
yeah.
knew. We
Whoa.
already knew.
Whoa.
It's all in. It's all in. It's all in it. And you already know his man is coming through, and you see it's here with not one, but two family members. And we're gonna bring y'all both of them at the same time. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring in OG, Sam, and one of our player
J
partners,
Dub.
J W. What's going on, fellas?
What,
What is going on?
what's going on?
Good.
Salute to y'all kings. How y'all doing?
Hey man, we good, man. What about you?
We
What about
good, man.
you?
We good.
Hey, nothing much. So all I'm gonna say, what's going on, OG Sam? How you doing, brother?
What's happening, man? What's going on with
Nothing much. So all I'm gonna say is A minus draft. Because I say A minus because there's room to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna always be a fan. I ain't gonna hold y'all long on here. I know y'all want to keep this short. A minus draft. And if Chuck Smith say it is what it is, it is what it is. So
Hey.
hey,
so let me ask you a question before you dart off though. Out of all the draft picks, who do you think who is your steal of the draft?
D'Angelo Malone.
And why do you feel like he was the steal the Falcons got?
So even in his highlights, even in his man highlights, you see the hand usage. Okay, how do you reach the third round with already polished hand usage? I don't understand. Maybe people saw that he was small for an edge rusher and was like, no. But if they only knew that he was going to book up to 258, they probably would have thought differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the fact that they probably looked at him and said he went to a smaller school. Where he go to? Western Kentucky. So
But
they look like.
as I always said, K Styles, we can't keep looking at these small schools as if they don't have talent. They have talent.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought Sweetness would have came out of Jackson State and become the running back he became?
right?
That's what Deion trying to get people to understand too.
Like, like I
Jerry
said, man.
come from a big school.
Go ahead, Sam.
Jerry Rice didn't come from a big school.
No, he didn't come from Mississippi State. I mean, Mississippi Valley. Mississippi
T.O.
Valley.
didn't come from a big school.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm gonna say is,
Didn't come from a big school.
exactly. All I'm gonna say is, keep thinking that the small schools don't have this. Come on, Falcons, keep getting them. Bring them on in. Bring them on in. Keep getting them, because ultimately the Falcons. You ever seen that? I heard y'all talk about Mortal Kombat earlier, but it's another. It's another movie I seen. It's like the man in the shadow that you don't know he there, but he there in the shadow. I forgot the name of it though.
I think I've heard of that. I think I know what you're talking about.
Is it not Hollow Man? No, I don't think it's Hollow Man, but something like that. But that's what the Falcons gonna do. Everybody keep talking something. Oh no, I don't think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're gonna do something, and they're gonna Mortal Kombat uppercut everybody, all 31 teams off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
All you're gonna hear is crispy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a fan, man. I'm loyal to the logo. Everybody has it. Like, I learned a long time ago. I stopped getting mad. Getting mad with the Falcons on what they do give me a headache. I just stopped being mad, and I just learned to be a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned to be a
That right
fan
there.
because at the end of the day, guess what? If we can make better choices than they made, then we would be the GM and coach. But we're not, right?
Right.
So
President of
Right.
all football operations.
Exactly. Marquise, what's going on, man?
but
What's up, everybody?
much
Nothing
love,
much.
Kings. Much love. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care of yourselves.
He goes smiling, always
All
damn
right,
smiling.
all right, J Dub, man. We definitely appreciate the take, man.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
Mhm.
All right, Marquise, what's going on,
What
man?
you got, bro?
Just doing good. Just watching some NBA right now, and also keeping track of
Oh gosh.
So I know. Also keeping track of WNBA and NHL scores. That's all.
Shout out to WNBA. They don't get a lot of respect.
Yeah, I hope they expand the league, man. The league. It should be
They
more than 12
need
teams.
to.
They need to. This is talented.
Bro.
Talented player just got cut, and Tia Cooper, she got cut, and I was
Yeah,
surprised.
man, they do some dumb stuff.
I know.
Damn, boy, y'all motherfuckers come in like it's a damn block party or something.
We got the block party.
Yeah.
All right.
When it comes to the draft, the Falcons, I gotta give it an A, man. I'm gonna be honest. I was like where everybody else saying like with the first pick, I was like, oh snap. But then day two, day two helped big time. It just made the first round pick look a whole lot better. So I'm like, okay, so we got a wide receivers, we got a pass rushers, then yeah, and then we got our running back too, which I like. Which again, I like
Mhm.
that, man. I seen this dude play in college for like I think it was 2 years ago. Boy, I mean, this dude can run. This dude can run. He's surprising me, but hey, you are your man. They got it. He went to a good school, man. They had their coach, man. Their
Mhm.
coach best in the country. I can't lie there. So and the second round pick with Troy Anderson. I didn't watch him necessarily like straight up like watch him specifically in college last year, but I did check out his team play last year in the playoffs. I gotta say, man, they were one of the surprises to me last year of all the college football, man. I did the fact that they won like I think it was like 9 or 10 games last year, which is an impressive feat, man. You winning like that many games a season, that is no easy feat. In a tough conference too. This guy's no pushovers, man. They got some tough schools in that conference. But you make the playoffs as an 8 seed. Now you had to face Tennessee Martin. You smacked them in the face, 26-7. You faced the 2020 defending champions in San Diego
Mhm.
State. Their whole in their turf. You beat the brakes off of them 42-19. They beat the brakes off of them. Then you face South Dakota State, who's also one of the few teams that can compete toe to toe with North Dakota State, which is the dynasty of the FCS. You beat them. Then you had to run into North Dakota State in the national championship game. They went up to none early. Then they got their butts whooped. But still, you went on a team that led to a national championship game. I don't care which level. You're a
Mhm.
great player, and Troy Anderson is a great player. So I
Hey
just want
man,
to make that case.
winning is winning. Winning is
Mm-hmm.
winning at the end of the day, man. Like
True that.
you get a point to where you
True that.
winning games, no matter what level. Yeah, it's it's winning at the end of the day.
True that. True that.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, Jamar Games, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing? I'm a big
What's
fan.
good?
I watch y'all every single time we are upload on YouTube. Though
I
I think
Hey man, we
appreciate you, man.
appreciate it.
I'm a big Falcon fan. The Falcons nailed this draft. First
Mhm.
pick, I can't complain. The best pick you did. Hey, you got yourself a wide receiver. That's what you needed. Those are the pieces you needed. Then after that, you went defense. You got pieces from that. Then after that, you got more pieces. Like it's like a puzzle to me. Every single time, like the Falcons draft, sometimes
Mhm.
they put little pieces together to see if it fits or not. This year, I give the Falcons an A+ on drafting this year. I think
Okay.
it.
Okay, so who was your favorite pick in this draft?
That's a good question. My favorite pick, I said the two Georgia boys. I think both of them was my favorite pick, though. I mean, hey, you got a good tight end. I mean, hey, you did, and you got a good defensive player too. Well, offensive guy.
Okay. So if
He's
you
a
had to,
4-star tight end. Also,
right.
that's the thing people missing. He's not a 3-star, 2-star. He's a 4-star tight end. So he definitely has skills.
And like I said, I always said for me is, like I said, he's definitely one of those guys to kind of take a look, keep your eye on, because he's essentially what you would want as your tight end too, especially for us that are kind of used to Levine Toilolo style of tight end as that tight end too.
That's true. That's true. And my second favorite, well, my third favorite is that linebacker. That man played QB, and this man played linebacker. He was a two-way player, and he won 9 awards.
Mm-hmm.
You would never find a gym like
great.
that. You would never find a gym like that at all. Like a piece right there. You cannot find that at any again. He's from a small school, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Montana State.
Hey, I mean, a small school guy won 9 awards, man. That's amazing right there. And
Hey,
Right.
you almost forgot one award that he did win too. He was the Big Sky Freshman of the Year as a running back. Y'all forgot that part too.
that's
Yeah.
hey, to me, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Bruh, that man is an evil genius. I'm telling you, do not trust that. I do not trust Arthur Smith. He'll do anything.
Exactly. Hold on. Let's see. We're going to bring a couple more. Hey, Marquis, if you want to go ahead and hang around in the background a little bit, let's go ahead and bring a couple more people. LeBar, we're going to let y'all hang around the background for a second. All right. So y'all can hold on right quick. Alice, what's going on, man? How are you recovering after the draft?
It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. They drafted. They went ahead and got Justin Ross in undrafted free agency. Like, who does that, bruh? Like, who does that? Like, that's not even fair.
We still on this shit, bro.
Like,
Alex,
go fire your GM, bro. Like, that's not
that man
fair.
about to turn into AB, bro. He about to lose his absolute shit.
That's not fair. Like, what type of ties do they have to these people? Like, that's not fair. That should be banned in the NFL.
That's called good drafting, man. That's what they do, man. Hey,
that's called bribery. That's called I smell a bit of New England Patriots fixing rules and stuff. That's what I smell. That's not right.
Go get your. We got the wolf in the building, man. We got the wolf in the building.
The energy. That Puerto Rican energy is back. That Puerto Rican energy is back.
Rice and beans energy.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me get the Nerf gun ready. Let me get the Nerf gun ready.
In a matter of structure.
Let me get the Nerf gun ready.
There you go.
There you go.
Listen, first of all, we need to get K Styles to 1K. We need to get K Styles to 1K.
Yes, sir.
That's the first order of business. If we don't get K Styles to 1K in 2 weeks, we gonna riot. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey,
yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, the microwave.
That's right. That's right.
Let's get it. We open it up for everybody in this motherfucker. That's what we do around here.
You know, listen, I'm all about showing the us love first. You got to show us love first. The draft was cool. The draft was cool, but like I said in my videos, I don't like grades. I used to smack the school teacher. I don't like grades. And then my father used to come home and whoop my ass. I used to go to sleep at 4:30. Report card. But we did a good job, I think, and that's it. We gonna see, and I'm gonna say this right here, right now, all the Falcon fans in the comments, all the Falcon haters. This defense gonna show out, baby.
Yeah.
This defense gonna show out.
Damn, boy.
That man
Damn, boy.
with the
I got to.
Tasmanian devil, boy.
That boy.
All right. And again, you got a couple of guys at the quarterback position that are playing with some chips on their shoulder.
Oh my God, yeah.
And
That boy
I mean, listen. I'm a crazy Puerto Rican. I swear to God, I am. But I don't know too much. I listen to you gentlemen all the time. I learn. I watched the Notre Dame game yesterday. You said it. Do your homework. I did my homework yesterday. Ritter playing against Notre Dame. That's what you said, right, K-Style?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I did my homework. I said, oof. See, it's good when you go to the movie theater and you like Batman, but it's crazy when that Joker come on the screen, man. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's how I break things down, because my attention deficit disorder kicks in, and I gotta tone it down. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, you got a kid that he told y'all they fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that. Now, I didn't know the Kobe Dean was going to change this team. They wanted the Kobe Dean. I didn't know that we were going to go 17-0. We drafted the Kobe Dean, but it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But if Trey Anderson turns out to be jackpot, are you really upset?
Right.
Is anybody upset? But that's all I got to say. Listen, love to everybody. Let's take K-Styles. Mad Mike, you already know mad love. I don't want to take too much time. OG, I see the OG.
Hey,
appreciate that.
Hey, Wolf, man. One of these days,
Appreciate
man.
that, Wolf.
Hey, Wolf. One of these days, man. We're gonna have a show. We gotta get you on one of these shows with us, so that we can really see you up in here.
I appreciate it, man. Because listen, I show love to you guys first, because you guys are the ones that put that work in to get the knowledge to pass it down to people that just don't understand how to get good. And myself, as a fan, I want to evolve as a fan. I just don't want to watch the game. I'm learning about the game. So I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to take too much of your time, because I get crazy. I got the Nerf gun. I got the people up there. This shit is crazy over there right there.
That man got the Nerf gun.
That boy came up with the Nerf gun, boy. That boy said he went to Walmart, got the ammo. He like, boy, I'm ready to shoot these motherfuckers.
I'm ready to shoot out top turkey, man. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all, man. Love to everybody in the comment section as well. Love to all the content creators out there, man. I show love to y'all first. Thank you for having me always, man. Please, man.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow Los Falcons on YouTube as well, man. He's on his way up there. Y'all make sure y'all get him up there too. Hey, the wolf is there, man. Y'all follow the wolf.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
All right, man. Definitely deuces. Brian Peoples, what's going on? What's going on, player?
Hey, can y'all hear me, man?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, man.
Yeah, man. I had to run back to the hotel room and get my charger just now, man. But yeah, phone about to go dead. But my grade for this draft, man. I'm going with an A, man. They really hit this. They really knocked this draft out. The big thing I love about this draft, we didn't reach for none of these players. Truth be told,
that right there.
We did not. So all he really did with the first pick was he was like, what was the biggest need? What was my biggest need? And really, with the Oompa Loompas we had and wide receiver, man, we had to get that big boy, bro.
But let me ask y'all this: did he go with the? So what it sounds like to me is he went with the best player available philosophy over the need.
Basically.
Yeah, he did that.
So he followed through on his promise.
Can you really say that based on what we saw from our receivers last year? Got our butt kicked in the line.
I mean, he did both, in my opinion. I think he did both. He did both of them. He had a need and the best player.
No,
you look at that.
Yeah, because the reason why I say that too is because we've been hearing about Garrett Wilson and Jameson Williams and shit for the whole month and a half, And it's like,
I would have right if they got Gary Wilson, man.
Yeah,
Man,
I was thinking the same.
that man plays exactly like Calvin Ridley. We don't need another one of those.
True.
Sam, calm
I'm getting
down.
tired.
Calm down.
look,
I can
look,
feel his, his
you
blood.
said
His
you
blood
said the
You
wrong
said a
word.
trigger word.
You
You
said
said
the
My
the
bad,
wrong
my
trigger
word.
bad, my
word.
bad. Hey, my bad. My bad. His nickname to me is Snake Eyes.
Coward 18. He's Coward 18 from now
Snake
on. Okay.
eyes.
Yeah.
Hey, we
But but my sleeper in the draft, man, is I had to go with Desmond Ritter, man. Because for one, we didn't, like I said, we didn't have to reach for a quarterback.
Mhm.
And number two, I love his passion, man. Like we can never say we question Matt Ryan's passion. Because you know what I'm saying? Like he wants to win. Like you want to get a quarterback that has that chip on his shoulder. It prove to everybody, like he said, like they fucked up, right?
mhm.
True that.
That boy said
Right.
it shouldn't have took this long. You know they
It
fucked
shouldn't
up.
Mhm.
took this long. Yeah.
True.
That boy ready.
Yeah, man. That man is a winner, and that's what we need. We don't need entertainment, people. If I want entertainment, I can go play Madden.
Exactly.
True.
But yeah, but that's all I gotta say, man. I'm about to get off this phone right quick, man. I'm about to go celebrate in this hotel room. One of my homeboys getting married tomorrow and everything.
Oh,
We
okay.
appreciate you, bro.
Congratulations to him, man. Let him
Congratulations.
know. Let him know he get our congratulations over here, man. And y'all be careful out there, man.
Yeah, man. I'm number one supporter, man. I had to step away from them for a second, man, just to check y'all boys out.
Oh, they
We
definitely
appreciate
appreciate
it.
that, man. We definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, man. Y'all hold down, man. It's a nice, cool day down here in South Carolina, man.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. Hopefully the
Yeah,
wind
man.
didn't blow y'all asses off the sidewalk and shit. Cause we damn, boy, that damn wind damn near disrespected the shit out of me when I got off work today.
it ain't that it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, but boy, we don't need. I don't need. I ain't want to see no. I ain't want to see nothing that bad. So y'all boys hold it down, man. Y'all
All
boys
right,
hold it down, man.
all right,
All right.
Brian, man. Appreciate you. All
Yep.
right. We're gonna go with the next one. Pat, what's going on, man?
Fellas, what's going on, man? Glad
Hey
to
man, we
glad to
good,
be
bro.
back on the show, man. Love y'all work, man. What y'all do for the people here and for the fans. Um, I think for me, man, one of the most important things is the the guys that we did drafted. They older. I think around between that 21 to 24-year old age right there, and with that comes experience. So I do
Mm-hmm.
like that. I do like that we have a lot of experience coming from this draft, not just like younger guys. Now, granted, I knew that Philadelphia was going to be one of the teams that's going to probably pick Jordan Davis. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's upsetting to me. But I understand it
I'm
after.
not cheering for him.
Yeah, yeah, but but I understand why we did go with Drake London. Of course, I was thinking that maybe we was gonna get maybe Romeo Dobbs, maybe in the second or third rounds. That would have been fine too. But I do like what we have. We got some good pieces. I think we got something to build on. I believe that we will make the playoffs. I think we're gonna show a lot of people some things that's it's going to be like, oh man, the Falcons is doing some work. So I do like what we going, the direction we're going.
I like that. Um, so who who would you say who would you say is your sleeper out of this draft? Like outside of like the first two picks, who is your sleeper?
I like
Like
Evan Katie.
Ooh,
I
you
like
that's
like
I,
nice.
I like Evan Katie, man. Like once we started drafting some of these guys, and I went back and looked at some of their tape. I do like Taylor Algier or whatever his name for BYU.
mm-hmm.
I do like
Mhm.
that guy. Of course, I know about Schaefer because I'm a dog fan, and I know about Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is going to be surprising because he's going to be very good in the
Yeah.
red zone.
Hmm.
But Evan Katie, and I kind of those. There's something about those Penn State guys, man. From all the way from LeVar Arrington to Ebiketie. The thing that I see
Shit.
about like with what's the guy name from Dallas that Dallas picked up? Michael
Michael
Parsons.
Parsons.
People
Mhm.
keep saying about him about being this top defender and all this and all these sacks, but nobody's saying that he have a supporting cast, the other three guys on that front four as well. That's helping them
Mm-hmm.
that's getting to the quarterback and doing all of that. So if we can build on that, especially in the
That's a
for
great
that
point.
nose tackle or D tackle in that one on that 1-3 position around there, I think we're going to be good. I think it's going to be a lot of. I think we're going to get a lot of tackles, a lot of sacks coming up from the next year. I don't think we're going
You,
to be dead last.
look, you really pit. I totally forgot about that. I didn't even think of the Penn State guys that were setting up, Michael. You really brought up. You hit a home run with that comment. I never thought about that till now.
Because remember they had
Right.
Randy Gregory on one side. They got is it DeMarco Murray or somebody like that?
Demarcus
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
Demarcus
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
Lawrence, and they have this other guy. All four, like all those three, was the base that was there before, and then you put Michael Parsons there. I'm like, who you gonna block?
Mm-hmm.
Who you gonna block? Somebody's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
open, and it's just open. It's just, I mean, everybody's on his job because of who he is, especially that damn Skip Bayless. But, um, but I, but people don't no nobody say about the other guys that's there doing the dirty work for him to be that sack leader. So if we can do the same thing, if we can do the same thing on our side, then that will open up Grady Jarrett and shit. Evan Katie, shoot, Lorenzo Carter, and Lorenzo Carter's still young. He's 28 years old. Like we ain't got no scrubs on there, but I mean we just building and building and building. We got the experience, but we also got the youth at the same time. So I think with that, I think our team gonna shock a lot of folks. We're gonna shock a lot of folks. We're gonna be like, goddamn, we can't mess with the Falcons like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Hey, Dwayne, man, I know you've been sitting here a while, man. Man, I know you got something you want to get off your chest, man. What's going on with you,
I
man? How
know
you
he
doing?
got it. He
Hey,
ready.
what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Can you
Oh,
hear
we
me?
doing
We
good.
great.
We
We
yeah.
great.
Good, good. Greetings from California, a little north of LA, and Falcons fans for life, about 40 years now.
California.
And hey, before I say anything, man, I just want to say I'm grateful to K Style and Mad Mike for keeping it real, keeping it truthful and positive. Because I listen to a lot of narratives coming out of Atlanta, and it's just a lot of negativity about our team. And I'm like, man, why are you even speaking about them? You don't even have a clue about actual
Mm-hmm.
talent, you know? So even when we look at the draft, I grade the draft an A, and then I'm looking at some of these undrafted free agents. I'm like, hey man, you better not sleep on them either. So
Mm-hmm.
if we talk about sleeper, Tyler Algier is my man. I like the fact that he gonna run you over. Hey man, you better not
Mm-hmm.
stick your arm out there; it might get broken. You know, so we're excited about that over here. And basically, I'm hearing a lot about how bad Atlanta gonna be. I'm like, man, y'all don't even know football. And do look at it this way: Arthur Smith got 7 victories last year, right? 7 wins with a bad
Mm-hmm.
team with a bad team. So now they lining up everybody that they want on the score because they was checking out the players, and now they say, okay, let's put these in, put these in. These people's are dogs, et cetera, et cetera. That's what you're looking for. You're looking
Mm-hmm.
for that type of players that's gonna step in there and pop somebody. Amen. Bust them in the mouth, as Mad Mike said.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. That's what we need. You ain't gonna come in here again.
Hit him
You
in the
got
mouth.
to play. You know.
We got to.
So
We got
a lot
to.
of the soft players are being removed, and we getting the folks that's ready to bust some heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited. Yep.
But we some head busters. We some
Yeah.
head busters.
Yeah. That
We
part.
send the hater out. We some head busters. Hey, we got to bring that energy, man. And I definitely feel like I ain't gonna say I feel like by the way the moves that they making, they essentially are switching the mindset of And we said it in the space earlier. It may have been LT and Mike said this in the space earlier. We did. Man, we looking for people to stop looking at us as punching bags.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
gonna
the,
throw the first blow.
and the 28-3 narrative, man, that's so old. Come on, it's a new day, and that's how we got to look at it. And I was gonna say, I want to know what you guys feel about that guy from the CFL, Alfred. What do you think about him?
Ooh,
Um,
I
go ahead,
actually
Ken.
like it. I'll be
I
honest.
like it. I mean, I like it. He like I say, he's not gonna wow you.
Right.
But the thing is with him is he does what he can to get the job done. He
Okay.
kind of reminds me of TJ Green a little bit, but like I said, he's a little bit like I said, we don't know how he's gonna be compared in the NFL from the CFL because the wide receiving competition is way different. But he shows a lot of discipline, so I'm not too much worried about that. We
Okay.
got a lot. We got a lot of damn corners on this team. Good God!
So why are we gonna address Sauce Gardner?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand that. Why would we draft him?
Hey, y'all know Arthur Smith believe in diversification, so one of the corners might be the water boy this year. You never know.
Hold on. Let's do the count here. We got AJ Terrell, Casey Hayward, D. Alford, Darren Hall, Isaiah Oliver, Avery Williams,
Corey
Ken Sheffield.
Valentine.
Kendall
Sheffield
Sheffield.
is a big man.
we only got room for 4 corners to play worth a damn. How the hell is we gonna draft another one and then we got 5 safeties? Tez Torber, like, good Lord. Yeah, he there's gonna be a lot of corner blitzes this year. I'm just gonna say it like that. There's gonna be way more corner blitzes than what we saw last year. Ain't no way hell anybody bring this many damn corners. Ain't nobody finna get no play. Man, somebody about to blitz.
Well,
So what do you guys think of Vincent Taylor, the addition of him?
Vincent.
He's
Vincent Taylor.
good.
He's an effort guy. He's a lot like Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett's an effort guy. He's not as quick. I don't think there's many guys that's as quick as Grady Jarrett with their hands and their feet. But he has no quit in him, and that's what they're looking for. Guys who don't quit, and a lot of guys with a lot of pressure. You can have a 4-2, you can run 4-2, 4-4, and all that. But if you got quit in you, that's not what he wants. He wants guys that continuously is going after the ball, seeking the ball. They never stop. They constantly attack, and that's what you're getting from Vincent Taylor when he's healthy.
Thank you. That's good.
But hey LJ, what's going on, man? You there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Hey man, go and give us your take on the draft and who is your sleeper pick out of this draft? Who's your favorite player that the Falcons drafted?
I really love the draft. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an A+. It's amazing because I feel like everything makes sense, and it's clear that we really trying to flip the narrative on our identity. As far as like sleeper pick, who I really think is gonna have a lot of success, I'm gonna have to go with Troy Anderson. I just feel like we needed somebody on the bigger side who's also athletic, and with someone like Dean Pease, I just know we're gonna be able to get the most out of him. And I expect he's gonna be wrecking things, honestly.
Hey man, for a lot of people that don't know, they need to look at his game. I'm trying to remember what team he played again. I don't know if it was South Dakota State or North Dakota State.
I'm not even too sure. Honestly, I really just looked at his highlights. I was more so just looking at his attributes, and from that alone, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Because with Deion, I always have been a huge Deion Jones fan. It's just he has a certain skill set, and the way we were using him, it doesn't really fit his skill set. And with the way our trenches are set up, it's like a double negative because we didn't have a lot of beef, and it's just putting him in a bad position, kind of like how we used to do Isaiah Oliver. We put him in a good position, it makes all the difference. So I just feel like things are going to clear up. We're going to have a good year from Deion. And our linebacker room is really competitive as well. So, that's why I just feel like it's just a good spot for him.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
fellas, I got a quick question. If I can, let me ask you a question. Do
Mhm.
Okay.
you think that the NFL combine should be thrown away and only pro days should be? We should just do just
I
pro
do.
days.
I
I
do.
do.
I do. These guys are putting they see. This is something that really irritates me is because, especially with these kids, this is why a lot of these kids end up like on day with a job, or is because there's literally a short period where they can rest, and they just because they're 20, 22, 23, 24 years old doesn't mean that they don't get tired. So it's like you come from the grind of the season, and then you have to go straight to pro days. You got to go to the combine, and then after the combine, you got to go to rookie camp. Then you got to go to training camp. So all year, these kids' body gets destroyed, and they have absolutely no time to rest. So, like personally, they need to get rid of the combine and just go to pro days and let these kids have at least a month where they're not doing anything. These kids are constantly on the ground year after year, and then after they graduate, you go straight to the NFL, get beat up by these grown ass, Umaga looking motherfuckers on the field, and then you wonder why this rookie is struggling.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
He said, Umaga, I had to do it one time, but that was my favorite wrestler. I had to do it one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I know we've heard all of our things. What do y'all feel? And like I said, we got I'd say about another
Hold on, we got
about
one more.
5 minutes.
Hold on. Let's get one more.
Oh, one more
We
in?
got Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Let's
going
get
on,
Eric,
Eric?
and then we got one more question
Hey,
after
what's going
this.
on,
We're
guys?
gonna get his question.
What's
What's going
going
on,
on,
Eric?
Eric?
What's going on? My take of a draft, I'd give it like a solid B plus. It was pretty good.
Okay.
So, people say we would draft a quarterback, but I had a friend tell me, say, no, we don't need to draft a quarterback. I don't want to touch a quarterback this year. So, I don't know. But my friend told me don't touch a quarterback. So, what did y'all take of the draft?
Oh, we loved it.
Y'all loved it?
I like
We
it. I
loved
like
it
it.
because I think the reason why a lot of people I was kind of like one of those too because I didn't necessarily want to touch a quarterback even though I like Desmond Ritter.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they was gonna pull the trigger. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you. I didn't think they was gonna pull that trigger. But I think the reason why a lot of people were talking about because everybody's kind of banking on next year's quarterback class,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And me and Mike done did we done did
Lord.
the watching on there. And if these guys don't improve next year, this quarterback class just gonna be as average as this one.
Bro, do you know how the women be looking when they in the church and they be sweating? That's how I like that. That's how I'm be sweating watching them damn quarterbacks. They suck. Okay, I'm
Right.
telling you right now. CJ Stroud, big arm, but that's pretty much it. And then you got Bryce. He's too little to play in the NFL. I'm gonna be honest. This dude probably 180
Man,
if that.
man,
He's
man,
too little.
See
I,
that?
man,
See the
but go ahead, Sam. What you got?
Y'all know I am on record as saying that there was not a generational talent worth considering to be anybody's franchise quarterback in this class or the next.
Mm-mm.
With that being
Yeah.
said,
Mm-hmm.
to come out of this draft with that kid speaks volumes as to what this coaching staff is up to.
Speak on it.
Desmond Ritter And I saw a lot of this kid. Yeah, to me, is the most pocket patient quarterback out of this group. And that's gonna be his advantage. Yeah, he knows he can run.
Yeah.
He knows he can get 20 yards all day anytime he feel like it. But he lets the play develop.
Yeah, true that. Quarterback with
True.
patience.
He ain't got the tricky fingers. He ain't got that pity patty feet out there. Like, oh, what I do now? What I do now? He got the just to play on. All right, he's gonna be open. That's what I'm throwing it right there, and he makes the play.
Yeah, and I mean, with Arthur Smith being our head coach, like he has experience with that skill set. He's made mistakes with that type of skill set. So I feel like this is his chance to get it right. If Mariota don't work out.
Yep.
Do
You know,
y'all
speaking of
know that Desmond Ritter almost beat Georgia last year in the bowl game?
I remember that. I actually saw that game. Ooh. I
Yeah,
was
that
so
was
nervous in that game.
yeah,
Well,
that was
my,
that
I was so
that was
nervous.
that was the game. That was the game where I was like, yeah, this dude, if he ends up with as a Falcon, he would definitely be a good success for Matt Ryan. I saw it in that game alone.
he made my beard sweat. Boy, I was so
Same thing. I was nervous. I was watching that game. Super
Right.
nervous.
and one more thing, and I hope all those that watch are watching really, really, and pass it on. People need to stop undercutting Marcus Mariota.
Exactly.
He is healthy. He wasn't hurt in Oakland. He was getting his football conditioning back. He done been all the way off a broken leg, torn knee, falling down on that, not, being mentally weak. He done been through all that. The boy is healthy. He ain't the same kid. Stop talking about him like he's still in Tennessee.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shoot.
that's
He learned under Derek Carr, and Derek Carr, the one thing Derek Carr got is that quick release under the ball. I seen him a few games. I was like, damn, he getting rid of that ball that quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
And what I think about Mariota, I think him going to the Raiders really did help him. I'm gonna be honest there. Yeah. Playing time shortened, but at least he wasn't hurt. And that's the one thing that's
He
actually kind of
did
like
get to play.
he's getting more help.
That one
You
game he
know?
did get to play over there with the Raiders. Look at the tape.
Yeah,
Look at the tape.
he was balling. That was
Yeah,
so
he was balling against the Chargers.
yeah.
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 Oh yeah, to be honest, that division gonna be crazy. This
If we get that dude,
And,
crazy.
and guess what? All the top quarterbacks is in that division, so they gonna knock each
Yup.
other out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. And each team got a decent defense. I can't lie, at least. They got at least a solid defense. So it's gonna be a dogfight for the top.
That's gonna be a dog fight right there. But
Mhm.
yeah, kind of going back to what I was talking about with Bryce Young. Bryce Young's new nickname for me is gonna be Back Foot Shouty. That's gonna be his name.
Yep.
Back Foot Shouty.
Yeah.
We
Because
sat here. Go ahead.
because if you pay attention to him, and this is the one thing that he's gonna have to improve on, is stop throwing off that damn back foot.
Mhm.
Because the one thing that I noticed with him is they either throw a lot of screens or they throw a lot of deep passes.
right.
And
He's scary as hell. He's scary as hell for me.
and
I don't like.
Very fragile.
He has a big arm. He is. I think he has the arm talent. But there's two things that scares me. His size. He's too damn little to be a quarterback. That motherfucker barely 200 pounds. I don't give a fuck nobody tell you. He barely 200 pounds. I'm 6'3", 200. I know he about the same size as me. Okay. And the second thing is this motherfucker is he's not as great an athlete as people think he is.
Right.
He really isn't. I've seen him get hawked down by three of the Georgia Bulldogs defensive players. And if you think the Georgia Bulldogs, like all those guys, most of the guys on Georgia defense, these guys are NFL players. Sing, Nolan, Tyndall, like all those dudes are NFL players. And this dude could not outrun them when he had the right angle. He had the angle on these guys, and he still couldn't beat them to the corner. So if he can't do that in college, picture what the hell's gonna happen in the NFL. They're gonna break this dude, bro.
Oh yeah, and Georgia wasn't the only team that gave him problems, right? Won't Texas A&M gave him problems too last year?
Actually, if you think about it, Alabama really didn't dominate this year.
No, they didn't. Yeah,
How
Texas
about
A&M
Arizona?
they didn't dominate. So
Most of their wins came back from they got most of their wins from after they like came back and won in the fourth quarter or overtime.
yeah, a lot
It
against
wasn't that good.
yeah, they won that.
Right.
But with them quarterbacks, man. Yeah, don't fall into the hype. That's a lot of people fell for the hype with Spencer Rattler. Supposed to be into the draft for this year's draft, and look what happened last season. So bad, he got benched. Okay, he got benched. Now he's in South Carolina.
Let me. Like we gonna stop this. All right. So what you're not gonna do is discredit the great one. All right. You're not going to discredit the great one. I've called quarterbacks for quite some time now. All right. And to say that he's a very accurate arm, I didn't say shit about having no, and K-Star didn't say anything about his accurate arm. We say that he throws off his back foot and he's incredibly small. So open your fucking ears, get out your feelings, because most likely you's a Georgia boy or you's an Alabama, and you still mad because Georgia whooped that ass. So get what we said right. Okay, get what we said right. Nobody said anything about his accuracy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, because the reason why we call him back foot shouty is because there was another quarterback that a lot of people in Atlanta loved that had the same quality and threw his arm out of the NFL, and that was Cam Newton. That was his problem. He threw off his back foot so much. So, like I said, once he ends up developing into not relying on that back foot throw a lot, because if you look at the two games against Georgia, and I'm not using these just because Georgia's defense. I'm just saying just look at these in particular because these are going to be the ones that you normally will see, and tell me how many back foot throws did you see out of this guy, and how many screen passes did they throw?
Yeah.
And like I said, and CJ Stroud is, and that's my nickname for him right now would be tunnel vision, because you only see him looking in one direction.
Donut boy.
Tunnel vision, that's his name. It's tunnel vision. Because he likes to stare down his receivers. And I'm always kind of one of those things where if you're going to a school where you're surrounded by a lot of 5-star athletes, you're going to get critiqued a little bit more. You're going to be critiqued a little bit more because they're going to look at, okay, are you really that good, or are you a product of the guys around you?
And that's another thing too. That we're talking about. And like I said, for me personally, the reason why throwing off the back foot is an issue is that in time you start having a lot of shoulder issues. That's why they teach you as a quarterback to transfer your weight. Start backwards, stomp on that back foot, and then throw with your hips, not with your arm. And that's what he does. He's throwing with his arm a lot like Cam Newton. And then when you get in that pressure, like we saw in the championship game, he threw the ball high and Ringo intercepted the ball. because he threw off his back foot and it went high. So you gotta transfer your weight a lot like Drew Brees does. Drew Brees is about 5'10", 6 feet, and he is an excellent. Well, he's excellent at that weight transfer. He stops on that back feet and then that back foot, and he delivers with his hips and not his arm, his shoulder.
So we can't really be banking on, oh, let's wait till next year's draft. Because
he got time to improve that. He got time. I'm not saying he got time to improve. I'm not saying that he's done as a prospect. He has time to improve, but these are the faults that NFL. If I see it, NFL coaches see it.
So, and then you look at it as well as, instead of hoping for Ritter to be mediocre and not for him to be good, and realize that, okay, he is the scheme fit, then the exciting player that you want. This is the big difference between teams that win all the time and teams that win every now and then. They don't pick guys just for fan amusement. They pick guys for team amusement, for what the team wants.
Look at everybody last. We get everybody last word. The last take on him.
All right, man. We're gonna kick it off with Eric. Like we say, Garrett, go ahead and get your final words, and then we're gonna go across and then go up. We're gonna do the Eric, LJ, Dwayne, not Dwayne, but Markeith. Y'all gonna go first. So we're gonna start with Eric. Hold on. Okay, LJ, go ahead, kick it off with us, man.
I guess my last word is just, to all the positive fans, keep your head up, keep doing your research. Like, people gonna be talking crazy. People gonna already be planning on next year's draft, but there's always a way to win. That's what football's about. It's all about any given Sunday. It's all about competing. So, Dirty Birds.
Yes,
sir. All right, Markeith, what you got for us, man?
All right,
smile, yeah. Motherfucker ain't stopped smiling since he got on here. Oh, happy ass.
Well, I want to say is with this ever since the regime got in, I'm gonna be honest, we've basically been making a lot of good moves ever since they came in. I'm gonna be honest, with the cap space, I ain't think you're gonna have like 10 million cap space already.
Yeah.
After with the draft class, I didn't think we had that much. So I gotta give a props for that. And players they drafted, bring the guys they bring in free agency. I do expect them to bring another player or two for free agency afterwards. Maybe but yeah, I'm gonna continue to believe in the team. I hope they shock everybody this year, man. That potential to do that. Also, hope, man, that Desmond Ritter is our franchise quarterback, because I hope we don't have to worry about getting to the quarterback for at least another decade. I just hope so. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to believe in this team. I hope everybody else does as well. Because this team has the potential to be really good.
Okay, cool. Hey, Brett Elwood, appreciate you. He said this was the first time he tuned in to us. Hey, man, we definitely appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, man. Like I said, you come back anytime, man. Maybe one of these days you may actually get on when we do these live call-ins. Eric, you want to go ahead and get your final thoughts, man?
Yeah, I get the final thoughts in.
All right.
If we improve the running, I see a lot of improvement. See a lot of improvement with a lot of changes. My Ryan gone. We gotta get Cowardly gone too, but Marshmallow Yoda, you better get ready. You better get ready. You gotta get ready.
Almost.
Huh? What you say, man, Mike?
I said he got to get ready. So because people gonna be on him, they gonna be on his head. So he better get ready.
Just like did Matt Ryan. That's all I gotta say.
I definitely appreciate that. Hey, hold on. Let me get a special guest. This is one of our home, but we're gonna let get a quick take in before we wrap it up. Cordarrelle, what's going on, man?
Cordarrelle whisper with diamonds in them.
Cordarrelle,
what to do, family?
What's going on, man?
What's good, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Coolin', man.
Hey, man. Hey. We
know we sound like Scarface.
As y'all know, Cordarrelle, this is the residential Buccaneer fan here, man. Hey, how'd you feel about your Buccaneers draft this year, man?
Oh man, honestly, I think we missed the cornerback. But I like the Logan pick, man. The Logan pick kind of like helped us out because I think Sue's kind of like done with us in reality. We're not gonna mess with Sue no more. So I think the Logan pick kind of good for us. But I do think we missing the cornerback though. I think like that's still our weakness though, like in reality.
Okay.
Hey, Cartier. The corner that y'all drafted, Zion McCollum, keep an eye on him. Like
yeah, I heard about
that guy. When I tell you that guy is an athletic specimen.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I don't even want to talk about it because I'm about to get angry.
I'm just saying. I'm surprised y'all drafted a punter that high. I ain't gonna tell y'all.
Tell me about that. Take that.
I don't know what that was about. Yo, they know that they did that to Orlando Murray. What is Murray? No, it was somebody else.
We got that with Matt Gates with a kicker. Like, I don't know what the kicker is, either a kicker, a punter, a fucking long snapper.
I don't know what's up with y'all need kickers.
Y'all got a good running back. Y'all got a good running back out of it, but goddamn, I didn't think y'all was gonna get a punter with the fourth round pick. I would have thought y'all would have got the damn guy out of what was it, Matt Ariza, because that was like the number one punter name that was out there.
Yeah,
fuck God. Bro, don't even mention that running back. I don't even want. Goodness gracious, y'all making me mad by mentioning these players.
Roberto Aguayo.
There's gonna be a lot of firepower in the NFC South. There's gonna be a lot of firepower with all teams. There's a lot of firepower. There's a lot of firepower.
I'm already getting angry, and the season ain't even started yet. Like, wow.
and let me say this as a Tampa Bay fan, because I see a lot of Falcon fans just yapping their mouth and not knowing shit about football. A lot of Falcon fans play Madden and think they know football. So let me just say this.
He ain't lying about that.
I'm like mad, like just shut up and be quiet now, because it's like some fans you can't argue with. Some fans really on bath salt and they don't know football. So I just shut up. Like, but let me just say, as far as that Drake London kid I got, man, he gonna be special. Trust me, watch. Don't sleep on that kid, man. He gonna be special. I seen him a lot in college, man. He gonna be the truth. Trust me. I felt the same. Like how y'all feel, like how some Falcon fans feel about Drake London. I felt the same way about Mike Evans, and Mike Evans set me the fuck up. So trust me, just give it time. Trust me. Y'all gonna love that kid, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely.
That's what they compare him to. That's exactly what they compare him to.
That's the comparison.
Yeah,
but y'all ended up with one draft pick that made Alex up top almost pull his hair out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Chris Styles. Don't do that. You already know that I'm still recovering. Don't do that, K Styles.
I ain't gonna do it, man. I ain't gonna do it. But Cordarrelle, you want to give us give us some final words before we get off of here, man? You want to give some final words?
It's gonna be special. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be special in the NFC South, and I just can't wait for football, man. I'm like, sometimes it's baseball. I'm waiting for baseball to be over. All this tennis, golf, NASCAR shit. I'm waiting for football. I can't wait, man. So it's like, I'm just hoping to see everybody's special teams, man. You know, but Tampa Bay is like, we almost at the top. We gotta start over again. We have to be in rebuilding mode pretty soon. I'm reality. I think reality. So For us, this is one more year with Brady, and then we got to start climbing up again. So everybody else, man, just do your thing, man. I just can't wait for football, man. I can't wait for the rivalry, all the shit talking again, and just do your thing, man. Support our show, man. Love is love. I support everybody, man. That's all. I'm out.
Number good, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Homie. Appreciate
Do your
the
thing,
love.
man. Happy Friday.
Right.
Be safe. Be safe out there.
All right, you too, man. Definitely.
All right, man.
All right, Pat Norris, man. What you got for us, man? What you got, Pat?
Once again, man, I appreciate y'all, AFN and whatnot, for doing this, man. Like I said, this is my getaway. I think what I like I said, let's just continue to support the team. These guys are hungry in this draft. I've seen some clips that Drake London been working with TJ Hootsman-Zada. They used to be wide receiver for the Bengals. Yeah, we've been working with Hootsman-Zada. So, but I think that we're going to be all right for this season coming up. So let's continue to support. And I can't stay in lockdown with Falcons. Get on my goddamn nerves.
Oh Lord, he said he been working with. I used to call him. I used to call him Rick Fox with the super good hair. But he working with a dog, man. TJ. A lot of people don't know TJ Hootsman-Zada is a dog, bro. He wasn't expected to do shit in this league, so he know where he got it from. All right, Dwayne, man, what you got for us, man?
Oh man, I'm just excited for this season coming up. I see where the culture has changed within about 2 years. You know, with the new regime, we getting rid of the soft cream, ice cream players, and we getting in some folks that ready to round some heads. And also, I just think with the fans, my word to them is just be patient. You know, stop being fair weather. You know, and I call them the armchair GMs, where they making decisions just based off of no knowledge at all. These guys are football people that are running it. So I just think they need just a few years, because we gave DQ and TD a few years of just nothing, you know, that we got. So I just think a lot of it just everybody just being patient and watch this stuff develop and enjoy the process, as they say, you know. And then another note, I appreciate you and Mad Mike, man. You guys are a blessing, you know. Man. You keep it real. That's what it's all about. And you know what you're talking about. You do your research. You don't just be commenting, because a lot of people be commenting off of what somebody else said, and I can't get down with that. I be watching stuff, man, on these Falcons narrative, and I'm like, man, you don't have a clue. But they just want to do a podcast. But I think if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it the way you guys do it. You keep it real. You give people opportunity to be fans and learn about the whole situation. So that's a blessing to me.
Hey man, we definitely appreciate that. And the one thing I will say on that too is not just that we do our homework, but it's also we take everybody's criticism, we take everybody's points, even y'all points that y'all give us. It's like, okay, let's go and look and see what they're looking at. And it's like, boom, that's where the conclusion comes in at, because I think that's what differentiates people that really are the fans, that really want to cater to the fans and teach, than the guys that just want to talk shit and be like, okay, it's my way or the highway. And that's what we do out here. Exactly. We want to be wrong. Our motto is we want to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you're wrong, if you're wrong, then you're learning. If you're always right, you ain't got nothing to learn.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, Alex, man, go ahead, man. What you got to tell us, man? What's your final thought, Alex? And don't have a heart attack over there over the Chiefs again.
You done did it again. You done mentioned their name. I told you, King Styles, not to mention their name. I hate it.
Hey, your name says Chiefs still suck. So how the hell is my fault?
You gotta bleep it out then. Bleep it out. Bleep it out. That's a bad word on this channel. I don't like it. Chiefs will never ever be mentioned on Madden Mike Sports ever again. I hate it.
Boy, Alex, what the hell you got going on, man?
I hate the Chiefs. The Bucks pick made me mad. So screw the Chiefs first and foremost. Second, you know, just I don't really look at stats too much when I do my evaluations, but I know for one thing that in order to know all the stuff that I know about draft prospects and just the NFL in general, it took me 2 years of learning from the best scouts that I can possibly name at all. It took a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of studying for me to just get to this point that I'm at, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I'm sure Noah and Mad Mike and K Styles have similar experiences. So when I talk about like the fans knowing what they're talking about, it takes a lot of learning. You can't just formulate an opinion
That right there.
off rip. It takes really about 1 year or at least 2 years of studying football to actually know what you're talking about. And even still, sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. So it just takes learning. And then last thing, screw the Chiefs. Okay, bye.
Why?
Also, the scout is out. Merch is coming soon.
Y'all stupid, man. All right, man. Sam, man. What OG? What you got for us, man? How you
Plug
gonna
it,
bless
plug
it?
it, Sam. Plug it, plug
Go
it,
ahead, plug it, man.
Well, here's what I know. Here's what I seen. Last year, we had issues at receiver, we had issues at running back, and we had issues on defense. Um, the draft said we plugged those issues. And the undrafted free agent signing said we plugged those issues. I am interested and fascinated to see this particular finished product on the field. Me personally. Um, oh, and by the way, whoever that pro football ranking, whoever that those people that were sitting in that room that made that list, they all need to be drug tested. You're not going to tell me that the 7 other teams that were ahead of us in the draft are better than us after the draft. You're not going to tell me that. You're just not going to tell me that. To say we're coming out of the draft, we're the worst team in the NFL. You are smoking crack.
Agreed.
Like I say, hey, Sam. Like I said, you got to give them the 5 magical words when they come to that. If people wonder what are the 5 magical words is, Mike, do I need to tell them what the 5 magical words are?
You might have to.
What do we tell them, Mike? We'll tell those folks, sit your goofy ass down.
Right.
For that damn tape.
I gave us a B minus on the draft. My own personal reason. But overall, they did exactly what I expected them to do based on what they did last year in the offseason. They are deliberate staff. And like I said, Dean Pease is not about that life of seeing us give up 2,000 plus yards on the ground. Arthur Smith, I don't think wants to see his receivers get pushed around like little bitches on the line of scrimmage. No. We got extremely taller in the receiver room, ladies and gentlemen. We got extremely taller.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see both Dean and Arthur get in their bag, in their playbook bag.
It's going to be different.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they're really going to try to come back.
And I also, look, in the perfect world, Desmond Ritter comes in and he lights up the world. Okay, I mean, that only happens so often. All right. But as we're currently set up, and the way Arthur Smith has done things, people be prepared for Desmond Ritter to sit and hold the clipboard this year.
No.
If you watch their mannerisms, if you watch what they did during the year, when people were asking, well, why is this person playing and why and what would they always say? Dean P said it. Why put a guy out there who's not prepared? That put him at risk and the other 10 guys in that unit at risk. They are not gonna throw Desmond Ritter out there to the wolves when they are already prepared for this year. He is going to hold the clipboard, watch film, learn, and learn. It takes time to learn the playbook verbiage. Just saying.
I said I see that. Yeah. There ain't no need. Ain't no need to rush it. Ain't no need to rush it.
We don't have to rush. There is no rush. When you really look at what they have done, we are set up where we don't have to rush that.
I can did that.
Y'all about to make me sing a R&B song. We don't have to rush, girl. We don't have to rush, girl. Boy, I'm about to put my Jodeci boots on, like what the name Garrett Wilson.
You talking about Garrett Wilson? Garrett Wilson with the condom pocket boots on.
I put my Jodeci.
Oh my God!
You like sit your goofy ass down. Okay?
That motherfucker suit look like the Riddler without the question marks, nigga.
We talking about the Jim Carrey Riddler now. All right.
That shit was hilarious, boy. I like, boy, this motherfucker looked like a whole church woman out there with the boots
on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all wow.
Boy, that boy almost pulled a Bible out talking about, and the Lord says, we're gonna come here in the NFL draft, and I'm gonna get drafted 10th overall. And the Lord praises me that I get drafted by the Jets. Lord have
Oh man.
That boy looked like Creflo Quarter with that suit on, boy. Not Creflo Dollar. Oh shit! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Oh man. And now, let me say this real quick. All right. As you guys know already, if you're new to the channel, man, I'm 8 away from officially 8 away from 7K. And I'm gonna say this. I just want to say this to everybody who even think about it's like whatever you decide to do, especially guys like Markeith, Alex. You guys are young. Happy birthday again to Sean the RC mechanic. You guys are still young. I'm gonna say this, and that shit is heartfelt. Fuck what anybody else got to say about your dreams. If you feel like you can become or you want to do this or do that shit. Because you're gonna have people in your ear telling you what you can't do, you wasting your time. I don't know why you going to school for this, you gonna end up fail. You not like if it makes you happy, do it. Period, point blank. You're gonna have your parents, you're gonna have your best friends, everybody gonna be against you. Life is about overcoming those negatives, okay? Negatives can be turned around into positive, and you can use those negative situations to make you bigger and better. Why am I saying that? Because nobody wanted to give me a shot, and here I am, 3,000 away from my initial goal when I told myself that I was going to be a YouTuber. And it was bigger than that. I said I was going to have a national show. All right. I'm still working on that national show, but I'm already 3,000 away from something that I thought I wasn't going to be able to do. So if I can do it, y'all motherfuckers can do it. And that including Big Sam and K Styles and everybody who watching, fuck an opinion. Do it your way. Do it how you want to do it. Because motherfuckers think I cuss too much. A lot of people think I'm not as smart as them. It's funny because I'm always right on almost everything, but they still think they're smarter than me. But hey, that's just me, man. You got to be confident in yourself, and you got to, one more thing. You got to have a crew of people around you that's going to make you better. These two up top, including Alex, a lot of these guys, we got like 13, 20 motherfuckers, carry all, like they help us keep everything in order. The group, like everybody, it's about a crew of 20, 30 people, and they keep this channel going. They keep this business going. Gotta have people around you that's gonna help improve you and make you better. So all them other people who taking away and making your life more difficult, get rid of them motherfuckers. Get rid of them. You don't need them. And that's all I got to say about that.
Man,
y'all better get Mad Mike to 7K. Like, I promise y'all, if y'all don't get Mad Mike to 7K, I'm about to kick a door. I promise y'all. I'm about to storm up to the Chiefs front office and start banging on doors. If y'all don't get this man to 7K, I'm gonna be a menace. Start breaking everything. All right.
Again?
You see what happens. See what happens when a certain team gets on somebody's nerves. You see what happens. It done unhinged Alex. It done unhinged.
Teams don't exist. Okay, they don't exist. They were never in the league.
Hey man, breathe.
Come on over here. We go like this. Okay, we good now, Alex. We good.
I'm good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go. Like I said, we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I said, y'all continue to support Mad Mike on his way to 7K. Me, I'm on the road to 1K. Let's go and get Sam to that first. Get Sam to that first 300. Let's get him to that first 300 by mid-season. At least by mid-season.
We gonna
get him there. You, like I said, you follow all the Atlanta Falcon content creators, but we appreciate everybody coming up here, tuning in with us, giving us their opinions. The Marquise, Pat, Alex, LJ, Dwayne, Jarvis. Like I said, we appreciate. This is what it's all about here. It's all about not only giving our opinions on the Falcons, but hearing about y'all opinions on them, because y'all might have something that we don't know, and vice versa. Mucho Grundy said it best: be the best version of you.
You
right.
Don't try to be Mad Mike. Don't try to be K Style. Don't try to be guys like Top Billing. Be you. If you're a fucking nerd, be it. If you cuss like a motherfucking sailor like me and Sam, be the best motherfucking cussers in it. That's what I do. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. As long as you don't be like Russell Westbrook and wearing dresses and shit, we good.
Okay, we gotta end that. We done.
Oh my God. Look. I ain't even get my point out though. But for real though. Like I said, I'm gonna end it off with this, man. And like I said, Mike hit it on the head, man. You gotta have a bunch of people that believe in you. I just use myself as an example for a lot of y'all that might be on the screen that didn't know. This right here, all this is out of my element. I hate being in front. I used to hate being in front of the camera. I didn't like talking to folks like that. But like I said, what ended up happening was I got so comfortable. I didn't believe I would even get this far, to be honest with you. But the thing about it is, it's something that I like doing, and it's something that made me comfortable, and it's helped me change as a better person for myself because now I know how to communicate with people. So my advice to everybody here is, hey man, fuck what everybody else say. Do what you got to do.
Right.
Because the worst thing that can happen is regret. Regret is the worst feeling to ever have, that you knew you should have did something and you didn't do it, and now you look back and be like, damn, I should have did that. But at the end of the day, I just appreciate everybody that I've come across. The unholy alliance is real. Like I said, there's about 30 of us, and the Styles community is 800 plus strong. So we doing the damn thing right. So until next time, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to go home.
Nope.
Get out of here.
And for everybody that's giving you a hard time as being a Falcon fan because you're optimistic, give them 5 words.
Oh, yup.
Sit yo goofy ass down. Deuces.
The start is out.